This is a former member of the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Council, a senior National Conference leader from Jammu, Tarloshan Singh Wazir. He, remember, has been found dead in Delhi's Moti Nagar area. The case now, we are learning, has been transferred to the crime branch. And the police right now looking at this, per se, a murder case. T.S. Wazir, a senior National Conference leader who was in the national capital, and he has been found dead in Moti Nagar under mysterious circumstances. A full probe now has been launched right now by the Delhi Police's crime branch. His decomposed body was recovered earlier from his residence in Delhi. Our colleague Sumi reporting live for us on this breaking update right now. Sumi, first up, for viewers tuning into the broadcast, why don't you recap what we know about the story so far? And what is it that we have officially heard from the police on the reason of his death?
Yes, absolutely. The National Congress leader, the senior 67-year-old National Congress leader, Tarloshan Singh Wazir, was found dead. And in fact, his dead body was also in a very decomposed manner. And he was found dead on the third floor of this particular building. My video journalist Santosh is showing you the live visuals. And right now, as we speak, the crime branch of the Delhi Police is already investigating the entire matter. They're also speaking to the people living in the neighborhood. And in fact, few of the people from Jammu and Kashmir have already visited the national capital, and they are also living just right here. We will try to speak to them once they are willing to speak on the entire matter. But this is the crime branch team that has come here after Delhi police officials reached the entire location. And in fact, the special cell had also visited this location to look into the entire matter. As you said, the probe has already been lodged into the entire case. What we know so far is that the crime branch had already taken the belongings for the post-mortem, and the decomposed body has also been taken for the post-mortem. And in a couple of days, we will see the report coming out to ascertain the exact cause of death. But what we know that he had come here on September 2nd from Jammu and Kashmir, and he had to go to Canada on the 9th of September, okay. That's today. And his body was found in a very decomposed manner, and the entire situation is very, very suspicious right now, because the nearby people who were living in the lower floors and the upper floors, they had complained of a very, very foul smell, and after which the entire complaint was filed. And this is a high-profile murder case that we are looking into. And in fact, the NC leader Omar Abdullah has already tweeted, and he reminisces about their last meeting that he had with him. And in fact, people have been, the condolences have been pouring from every corner. But what we know so far is that the preliminary investigation has already been initiated, and crime branch will certainly unearth more of the facts. But he was supposed to go to Canada, and the door of the apartment was locked from the outside. It was bolted from the outside, and it was not locked from the inside. And in fact, the AC was also purposely left switched on. The AC was also switched on when the crime branch officials entered the entire apartment, so that the decomposition of the body will take time. So what we know so far is the fact that the special cell is also visited. The special cell also visited the scene of crime, and the crime branch is looking into the entire investigation.
All right, Sumi, you are sharing some very important details. I also want to get in our colleague Piyush, who's also looking at that story closely. Piyush, what is it that you can add to what we know so far? You know, considering that he was in the national capital, he was not seen in public for the last few days. Now, how many people actually did visit him? Have we heard anyone from around where he stays? And also, he was someone very prominent and raising a lot of, Sikh community issues.
Well, absolutely, Deepthi, and he was one of the high-profile leaders from Jammu and Kashmir. He has been a member of a legislative council in Jammu and Kashmir, and what we are now learning from our sources and the preliminary investigations are suggesting that it was a pre-planned murder. This is what the information which we are right now getting, that the main accused in this case, Harpreet Singh, who is also absconding, he had rented this accommodation on third floor. Vivek can once again zoom and try to show you that's the third floor which Harpreet Singh Singh, the accused in this case, he had rented this this accommodation 6 months back. In fact, he also got this entire apartment renovated to give an idea to Talochan Singh that he is a known man and he lives in Delhi and he has got a good backing, and he his financial problem is also very good. So that's why he lured him, and he had to go to Canada on September 2nd. He reached to Delhi on September 1st, and when the family members inquired about the whereabouts of Talochan Singh from Harpreet Singh, he said that Talochan was to reach Canada, but he has been quarantined in Frankfurt. That is why he is not unable. That is why he's unable. He's not in contact. So looking at that, the family members they bore suspicion on that information which was given by Harpreet Singh, and then they informed to Jammu police, and then Jammu police to Delhi police, and then the officials reached here. What we are now learning is that his body has been taken away from here. All his belongings have been taken. As we are speaking, more officials of Delhi police are now reaching here. Crime branch officials have already reached here, and the investigation in this case, Deepthi, is going on.
All right, Piyush and Sumi, thank you so much for bringing us live updates on that story.